Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Mathematics Appetite. And today we are going to see the topic as we did in the previous video. So we are going to discuss the second PUC model paper mathematics, so released by Karnataka State Board. Okay, today we'll be discussing model paper 1 mathematics 1 mark questions. And the people who are new to my channel, hi, this is Chiranjeevi. I am a maths teacher. Okay, let's get into it. So here today we are going to see what are the 1 mark questions of the model paper 1. So then in the next video we'll be seeing about the 2 marks model paper 1, then 3 marks, then 4 marks, then 5 marks, then simultaneously I get into model paper 2. There are 2 model papers released from the state board. Because of the reduced syllabus, the pattern of the paper repeats, so the problems you can focus on. Okay, the first question here we have is define an empty relation. So we have define an empty relation. We have to define an empty relation. How to define an empty relation? So empty relation can be defined as, okay, for the given set. So empty relation can also be called as the void relation. So you will be familiar with the terminology. Okay, void means empty. So void relation or empty relation is one. Okay, is one where the elements of the set or of the given set have no relation. There is no relation. For example, let me take some set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. This is the set, right? So these are the elements of the set A. If I write a relation R is equal to A comma B, where A, B takes some values from the set A such that A minus B is equal to 6. Okay, so this is the example. If you see this relation, what this relation is telling? Okay, so if A minus B is equal to 6 is the relation. If you take the elements, we have only 1, 2, 3. If we do 1 minus 2, we will not be getting 6. Or 2 minus 3, if A and B take some values of this set, we will not be getting this, right? So this relation is not related to this set A as a result. So for set A, it is the empty relation or the void relation, we call it as. So how to define an empty relation? The first question in the model paper 1 mark. So empty relation or the void relation is one where the elements of the given set have no relation. Let's say for example A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and the relation A, B such that A minus B is equal to 6 is a relation which is not matching here. So it is a void relation or an empty relation. I hope you are understanding. Yes. So next we'll go with the second question. They're asking us to find the domain and the range of secant inverse x. So we need to find, so they are giving y is equal to secant inverse x. We need to find the domain and the range. How to find the domain and the range? So y is equal to secant inverse of x, isn't it? So to find the domain and the range, first of all, let me see what's going to happen with respect to the graph. So we have 0, we have 1, we have 2, we have minus 1, we have minus 2, and it goes like this. So for secant inverse, if we take secant inverse x, so somewhere here you will be getting pi by 2. So understand carefully, this is the graph, and from 1 you will be, the curve will be going like this, and here also it will be going like this. This is pi by 2 and this is the secant inverse graph. By observing this, the domain, what is the domain? All the values which the x takes, the range, the output values of y, isn't it? So that is range and domain. So domain can be written as, for y is equal to, the second question for 1 mark they are asking. So the domain for y is equal to secant x. So domain can be written as minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to plus infinity. So here I am putting open bracket, this is the closed bracket, I hope you know the meaning of what is open bracket and close bracket. Okay, so infinity you cannot fix it, it goes on, right? So we are placing here open brackets, right? This is the closed brackets. This is domain, or you can also write the domain as x is less than or equal to minus 1, or x is greater than or equal to plus 1. The same thing it indicates the domain of secant inverse x. This is the graph of the function y is equal to secant inverse x. So we can write the domain. If you see this from minus infinity to minus 1, here from minus 1 it is going up, right? So minus 1 union from 1 to plus infinity, it goes somewhere at infinite terms. But so we should observe here carefully what's happening for this domain. And coming to range, what is range of this function, that is y is equal to secant inverse of x? So that is nothing but you can write it as the closed bracket minus pi by 2 comma 0 for the closed bracket union 0 comma plus pi by 2. You can write like this. Okay, so here we have range as minus pi by 2 comma 0 or 0 comma pi by 2. You can easily see this graph and we can write this. This is the domain and the range of the function y is equal to secant inverse of ex. I hope you are understanding. Yes, let's go to the third question of the model paper, that is 1 mark. Okay, third mark, if a matrix has 5 elements, then what are the possible orders it can have? So they are telling the matrix as 5 elements. So they are asking what are the possible orders, okay, for that matrix. So 5 elements, how can you arrange it? You know, any matrix, let me take some A, B, C, D. Any matrix will be the order m cross n, where m is nothing but number of rows and n is nothing but number of columns, isn't it? So any matrix you take, so where m cross n is the order, where m will be number of rows and n will be number of columns. Here we have 5 elements in the matrix. Okay, in this matrix, then what are the possible orders we can have? Let me write some 5 elements. So let me take some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, right? Can I write this as a matrix? Yes. So how many rows are there? 1 row cross. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So one possible order is 1 cross 5 we can write. Another thing, you can take like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Any elements you can take for that matter. So here the order is, we have so 5 rows and 1 column. So this is one order possible. Any other order possible? No, right? M cross n, this is the orders possible. One is 1 cross 5 or 5 cross 1. So one can have 1 row, 5 columns, or 5 columns, 5 rows and 1 column. We can take like this, right? So the possible orders are 1 comma 5 and 5 comma 1, or 1 cross 5 or 5 cross 1 with respect to matrix. We can write like this. If we have 5 elements, so then the number of possible orders is 5 cross 1 or 1 cross 5, because it is an odd number. Okay, understood? Yes. Let us go to the next one. Okay, so next we have the determinant if we have x to 18x, okay, is equal to the determinant of 6 to 18 and 6. So this is the one mark question in model paper 1 of Karnataka State Pu board. Okay, so they are telling that if this determinant is equal to this determinant, so this determinant we have x to 18x and 6 to 18 6. We need to find x, so we need to find the value of x. Okay, how to find the determinant? So this is of order 2 cross 2, right? Whenever we have 3 cross 3, then how will you take 3 cross 3? If you have some element like x, y, z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how will you do this? So this one, that is first column and first row element you will be taking into, excluding this, you will be taking this 2 into 6 minus 5 into 3, right? Similarly, if you have 2 cross 2, not worrying about these things, just you can cross multiply and write it. So that is, if you want to solve this statement, how to solve? We can take x into x is x square minus 18 into 2 is 36. That is nothing but 6 into 6 is 36 minus 18 into 2 is 36. Right? Now x square minus 36, that is equal to 0. Just cross multiplying x into x, x square minus 18 into 2, 36. If at all there was a minus sign, be careful while multiplying. Again, that is equal to 6 into 6 is 36 minus 18 into 2 is 36. We have got 0. So how to find the x value? Two types you can do. One thing, you can just shift this minus 36, it becomes plus 36. So x is equal to root of 36. That becomes x is equal to plus or minus 6. Okay. So this is the way of finding it, right? Whenever a square comes and becomes square root, you'll be getting both plus or minus. Or simply you can just divide this. You can make this 36 into 6 square, that is equal to 0. So a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b, right? That is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 6 or x is equal to plus 6. So x can be written as plus or minus 6. So in both way we can write. So by this determinant we got to know that what is the value of x. They can take any variables and they can give L, M, N, A to Z, any variables, you can just find out. Just cross multiply. Whenever we have 3 columns and 3 rows, then take alternatively as I showed in the previous thing while doing this problem, and you can solve it. Okay, so next question we have the derivative. Next question we have, find dy by dx, that is equal to, we don't know, for the function y is equal to, we have tan root x. Okay, so what is the derivative? What is the derivative of tan x? That is nothing but secant square x, isn't it? The derivative of tan x is secant square x. So similarly, if you want to find the derivative of y, this one, this function, this becomes dy by dx. So that is nothing but d by dx of tan root x. So that can be written as, what is tan root x? For tan x, the derivative is secant square x. In the place of x we have root x here, so I am going to write this as secant square root x into d by dx of root x. Why I am writing this? Because this is chain rule, isn't it? This is chain rule. So we have secant square root x into d by dx of root x. First differentiating this, if at all we have some power, we are going to handle the power first, then the function, inner function, finally up to x. So here we have differentiated tan root x, but again we need to differentiate root x because we are using chain rule. You should know to what type of functions, so what type of functions we should use the chain rule, product rule, all those things. Okay, so again what happens? What is the derivative of root x? It is 1 by 2 root x, right? So it becomes secant square root x into 1 by 2 root x. This you can write in the simplest form. So secant square root x divided by 2 root x. Okay, so this is the derivative of y is equal to tan root x. I hope you are understanding. Yes. Okay, next we have an integral problem. Let us see, all these are 1 marks of the model paper 1 I am discussing. If at all I take the entire problems, the duration of the video is going to be more, and of course I hope it becomes very difficult for you people to approach, right? Yes, so for your time convenience and for the easy mindset to learn quickly, I'm making small videos. So my previous video was like almost 1 hour. Okay, so that is, let us see. Okay, I'm going to just take 1 mark today. Let me complete this video. Next week just I'll take 10 questions of 2 marks. Likewise, as possible, I'll keep the video short so then you can learn it. Okay, next 1 mark we have integration of we have 2x square plus e to the power of x. We have 2x square plus e to the power of x dx. We need to integrate this. How to integrate this? That is equal to integration of 2x square. I can divide this, right? So the rules of integration, I can split this. How? It is 2x square dx plus integration of e to the power of x dx. I can split like this because there is plus here, right? I can split like this, and dx I'm going to write. Okay. So what is integration of x to the power of n dx? That is nothing but x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. This is the integral of x to the power of n, right? The integration of x to the power of n dx is nothing but x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So here we'll be applying this. So 2 I'm going to take it as constant. So 2 constant, and for x square I'll be integrating directly. Let me write this, x square dx plus integration of e to the power of dx. What is integration of e to the power of x dx? That is nothing but e to the power of x plus c, isn't it? So now I am going to integrate it. See here, 2. What is x to the power of n? It is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. It's not differentiation, it's integration. So x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1, which means directly I'll be writing it as 3, x cube by 3, isn't it? So this is 3. Okay, plus what is the integration of e to the power of x? So it is e to the power of x plus c I am going to write, because they will be getting constant, right? So the overall answer is 2x cube by 3 plus e to the power of x plus c is the answer for the integration of 2x square plus e to the power of x into dx. So this is indefinite integral. So when we go for definite integrals, then we'll be having limits. So after doing this, you are going to apply limits. Okay, anyway, this is the integration. The next question we have is define a negative vector. What is a negative vector? First of all, we know what is a vector. Vector is a quantity which has both magnitude and direction, whereas scalar have only magnitude but no direction, right? So there is some vector and it has some direction, right? Okay, next we'll be going to the vector. So define a negative vector. How will you define a vector? So this is a vector. Let me take this as A and B. If at all you are going to represent this, we are going to represent this as AB vector. So the same vector, let me say some magnitude, like some magnitude we'll be having here. The same vector, it goes in the opposite direction, then that is going to become minus AB vector. So the vector which is in the opposite direction with the same magnitude is called as negative vector. We can define like that, right? Okay, any vector in the opposite direction with the same magnitude is called as negative vector. This is one of the examples for the negative vector we have. Okay, I hope you are understanding. It's very simple, just 1 mark, just define it, that's it. Okay, so next question we have, if a line makes angles, okay, the eighth question, okay, the eighth question to the model paper. If a line makes angles 90 degree, 135 degree and 45 degree with x, y and z axis. Okay, x, y and z axis. We need to find the direction cosines. They are asking to find the directive or direction cosines. What is this directive cosines or direction cosines? See, whenever we have three axes, let me take some three axes like this. Okay, so this is x axis, this is y axis and this is z axis. Let me take like this. There is some vector. Okay, let me take some vector here. Okay, this is a vector. Okay, so it has some angle with respect to x, it has some angle with respect to y, it has some angle with respect to z, right? Okay, so this vector, so x into I cap plus j into k cap, sorry, x into I cap plus y into j cap plus z into k cap. Okay, that is the representation of a vector, right? So if you take this vector, we are going to find the directive cosines. How to find the directive cosines? We have along the along the x-axis we have as L, along the y-axis as M, and along the z-axis as N. So what will be having? L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta, N is equal to cos gamma, where the angle becomes alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, the angle between the vector and the x-axis is alpha, the angle between the vector and the y-axis is beta, the angle between the vector and the z-axis is gamma. So these are the direction cosines we are going to see. So just simple, where alpha, beta, gamma, we know what is alpha, beta and gamma. We have alpha is equal to 90 degree, beta is equal to 135 degree and gamma is nothing but we have 45 degree. And note, while taking the directive cosines or direction cosines, so always the angle will be within the range of 0 and pi, so it doesn't cross pi 180. Be careful, you should take that. Okay, so L is equal to cos alpha. We have, let us find L is equal to cos alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is 90 degree, right? And M is equal to cos beta. What is beta? Beta is 135 degree. And N is equal to cos gamma. Cos gamma is 45 degree. Okay, so now taking this L is equal to, what is cos of 90? Cos 90 degree, sin 90 is 1, then cos 90 is 0, right? So cos 90 is 0 degree. So M is equal, okay, this is minus cos 45. So M can be written as minus, what is cos 45? It is 1 by root 2. Whereas coming to N is equal to cos 45, directly we have, what is cos 45? It is 1 by root 2. So the direction cosines with respect to the x-axis, with respect to y-axis, with respect to z-axis is nothing but 0 degree minus 1 by root 2 and also minus, plus 1 by root 2. This is what we have. I hope you understood to find the directive cosines. Okay? Yes. Okay. Next we have a question that define optimum solution of linear programming. They are asking to define optimum solution for linear programming. Okay, how will you define optimum solution for linear programming? An optimum solution for linear programming is nothing but the values, the solution which satisfies the minimum and maximum values of that given optical function. So that objective function we have, so it satisfies all those maximum and minimum values, that we call it as the optimum solution for linear programming, where you will be getting the inequality equation and also the objective equation, that is the simple expression, right? So when we plot that, there the values which we will be getting for maximum minimum values, that will be calling it as optimum solution for linear programming. Okay, so the next question we have is, here we have, if P of A, that is probability of A, is nothing but 7/13, and probability of B is nothing but 9/13, and probability of A intersection B or A intersection B is nothing but 4/13. We need to find P A of probability B, probability of A of B. So we know, to find this, what is the formula we have? P of A probability of B is nothing but, we have the P of A intersection B by probability of B. This is the formula we have, isn't it? So obviously we can do it. What is P of A intersection B? It is given 4/13 by, what is P of B? It is given 9/13. So solve this, what you will be getting? 4/13 into, if it goes up, it becomes the reciprocal, right? So that is going to become 13/9. So 13 getting cancelled, will be getting 4/9. This is the probability of A of B, that is 4/9. So this is the solution we have. These are the 10 questions which I am going to discuss in this video. I have already discussed in this video. I will be completing this video and I will be going to next video. There will be discussing the same model paper 1 of Karnataka board. So of the reduced syllabus, I will be discussing the 2 marks questions. This is all 1 marks questions. So I hope you are enjoying and it is really helpful. Enjoy mathematics, be safe and secured, and enjoy the life. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye. Take care.